From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise Podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us. And by us, for this episode, I'm only referring to Rick, the Brown Python, and Ben, Mexican Nostradamus. I myself am not included in this episode. Had some work situations, had to work overnight a little bit, and just couldn't coordinate the three of us getting together. But it's a tremendous episode nonetheless. Shout out to the guys for holding it down. We work hard. We keep a show out every week. But nonetheless, I will go ahead and I decided to do a little bit of a post-production intro. Let's be honest, the boys got off to a little bit of a slow start. Didn't get off the runway in smooth fashion, but that's okay. They poked fun at me a little bit, so I decided to go ahead and put my intro at the top of the show. Thought about maybe doing it at the end. I don't know, getting my 2 cents in that way. But nonetheless, it's a great episode. I will be more than likely back next week, but please enjoy. And I did leave their runway struggles to get the show going, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Hey, I produced the show. That's what you get. That's the benefit or the advantage I get. So anyway, enjoy the episode. Check you later.
And
oh, hey, we're back for another week, huh?
Yes, we are. Good morning.
Go ahead, man. Go do the industry.
Evening. You know, I didn't know who was going to do it. So as you can tell, Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. We're missing our the gel, the chasm that connects the two just biggest assholes in America. He's our savior and personal Jesus, Mr. Benjamin James. Is going to be out this week, guys. So just bear with us. I guess we can go and do the intro now that we fucked that up. You want to?
Yeah,
you're way better.
Sure. Yeah. So welcome from the great state of Texas. You're listening to the magic sounds of Mike Tacklebox. I swear, man, I've heard that song before in the intro, and it's like sex for your ears. Seriously,
it is.
It's making love to you.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It's oral. It's what audio sex. Like I can't even explain it to it. It is. This is it's got some. It's just amazing. So mad love to Mike Tacklebox, who's just been giving us these vivacious tunes that have rocked us through, and I think made us better people. For the whole,
I think so. You know,
a better person.
When my ears listen to this song in the beginning, it's like it's telling me, "Hey, ears, I'm gonna fuck you."
Ooh.
And then my ears just like, you know,
real aggressive,
real
like
total
too.
sluts, man.
That's real aggressive.
It's crazy.
And your ears like it, so your ears probably have some type of daddy problem. Perhaps maybe your ears are like kind of smacked around a little bit when they're younger. You know, always wanted to please their dad. Jesus.
That sounds about right.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and you know what? Benjamin's not here because he's working.
Yeah, he's making that money. So let's see.
The Lord and our wives both know.
Well, the
Lord and our wives both know that we don't make any money off this damn thing. So
no, we do not. We do not. So for all our loyal listeners, I got to bear through us with this. Remember, we make no fucking money off of this. So if you'd like to tell your friends so we could start making money so that we could actually prove to our wives that we're having a valuable service here.
Oh, yeah.
We would greatly appreciate it. But to kick things off, let's see. I got to tease you when you were on the show. So I guess let's tease Ben. Let's see. Ben would be like, well, there's this one time when I was walking by this creek, and as I walked by the creek, the water was moving, and, I just decided I'm just going to take a shit right here. And, I took this big shit and, and then about 15, 20 minutes of dialogue.
Yeah. I'm already looking into
shit.
I'm trying to find my girl on Instagram here.
So you guys won't get the most amazing life lessons or stories tonight, as you just hear just complete bullshit from the two polar opposites. So get ready, strap in, and you know what, we're just going to take the bull by the horns, or should I say we're going to take the Biden by the horns, and just let's open up. So what are we feeling with this first what was it say? How many exactly? Is it a month?
Dude, the guy doesn't know what he's doing, bro.
Well,
he doesn't. He doesn't, man. And we all knew it. He was that senile old man that they were going to wheel into the Oval Office and give him a whole shitload of stack things to sign. He's just signing it, man. He even admitted it. He goes, I don't know what I'm signing. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
He doesn't,
Okay.
you know?
Explain.
I mean,
I see. Okay, I don't get any of that.
he doesn't have a
think
plan.
he's doing good things. He does have a plan. What are you talking
No,
about?
he doesn't. You know what his plan is? I'm
Yeah.
going to do everything the opposite of Trump.
Which
That's
was
it.
Trump? Wasn't that Trump's plan to do everything opposite of Obama?
Not really.
Fuck off. You know that was his
No,
plan.
not really. No, that wasn't his plan.
What was his plan? To overtake the
He had-
Capitol
he had-
and make
he had
himself
orig-
a monarch?
He
Was
had
that his
original ideas. He wanted to renegotiate contracts with Mexico and Canada and China. All right. He wanted
Doesn't
to
every president do that?
but he did.
But no, every president has done that. Every
No.
term. Yes.
No.
Obama renegotiated.
He's-
And then before him, Bush renegotiated. And before him, Clinton renegotiated. Dude, they do it every fucking 8 years. It's really not a big deal.
NAFTA hadn't been renegotiated since Clinton.
No, but there had been the renegotiations during Bush and Obama had talked to him. Everyone does these renegotiations every fucking time. But I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's only been 30 days. And you would have to say the overall mood of the country has gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
do you feel the continuous razor's edge of revolution every 5 seconds?
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
It's still
my
there.
God. Where?
It's still there. No, it's still there. It's still there. You know what? It's revolution. It's political revolution. It's financial revolution. It's changing.
Well, financial revolution's been there, right? But that was a problem with every president. But I'm talking about like there seems to be a stability that is back versus what we had with Trump. I think so. I mean, I don't see as many people fucking talking shit about overthrowing shit all the time. I mean, you see a couple of these, lawmakers throwing out stupid shit, and I would say it's on both sides. But you see the secession dumbasses here in Texas, and then you see the crazy California, liberals trying to go further out with their shit. So I don't know. I mean, I think he has brought a calm to the country that we haven't had in 8 years.
But you know what, though?
I mean, in 4 years. What's that?
The executive orders he's signed so far, none of them produce jobs, bro. He's, if anything, they've ended jobs. It's ended jobs. And
I wouldn't say that, though.
How is that good for the country? If you're ending, 10,000 in oil and gas, maybe more, because now he's put a freeze on the leases. How's that supposed to make anything better when your executive orders literally ended people's lives?
Well, hold on. Let's pump the brakes there, because first off, these are most of the things he's doing are for climate change, right? Most of these things are for things that we need to concentrate on. That's reality. We need to stop. Okay. I bet coal mining, if we reinstituted the way they used to coal mine and just send guys as the coal mine and, that's jobs too. But in reality, we're moving beyond that. I mean, green energy, renewable resources, things of that nature, that's a great area to invest. It's so great that China is pumping billions into those industries because they want to have the edge in it. Saudi Arabia, one of the smartest things I've ever seen. I forgot his name, the former king before the new guy who killed Khashoggi.
They're all King Abdullah for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I forgot the first one. The one that did he did an interview with Barbara Walters.
Barbara
Wawa. And he did his interview. And you know what the badass thing was about?
What?
He was so forward thinking. Then he goes, we know that oil is going to run out. But the other thing that we have is endless deserts filled with nothing but sunshine. And what do you think is going to cover all those deserts? Nothing but solar panels. And this was, I believe, 20 years ago when he did that interview with Barbara Walters. Everyone else is already looking towards that. We're going backwards because it's like, don't take our jobs. Dude, those jobs are already gone.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You're looking way too far out. Why end the jobs for the Keystone Pipeline and the drilling? It didn't cost the government. It didn't cost the government anything. Okay.
The Keystone Pipeline was not private land. It was also through several public lands. There's a lot of eminent domain. That's okay to take people's land. It's okay to take people's land.
Yeah, for eminent domain, of course.
Okay, so you know
But
what?
wait a second, wait a second. But it
Remember
didn't cost the government. It doesn't cost the government anything. Okay, this was all privately funded by companies who wanted to funnel the oil into America from Canada. Okay, and I get it. You know, the world's changing. We're going to look forward to other sources of energy, but why end the jobs now? We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Are there. We
No,
are there.
no, we're not.
Solar cells are showing way more efficiency. Remember, solar cells, and I'm not, and don't quote me on the numbers, but I believe whenever we first started looking at solar cell efficiency, I think it was in the teens, right? Now we're crushing like 30 to 35% solar cell efficiency. These are huge leaps and bounds. We're already there, right?
35%.
Yeah, solar efficiency. So I think
boy.
for it to be really good, or to be like, you know, knock your dick in the dirt type power, it's in the 40s. We're already on the cusp of that. We're already
We're
there.
not there
So
yet.
we need a transition to prepare for that. Well, I mean, you could also say that, okay, so whenever the first cars came out, we didn't need to build roads. We didn't need to prepare for the eventuality, for the infrastructure that we knew was going to be the future. And that's where the jobs are, right? Instead of concentrating on these sources of fuel that are basically becoming archaic. I mean, do you know how much, okay, do you really know how efficient a gasoline engine is?
It's a whole lot more efficient than a solar panel.
No, it's not actually. 80% of 80% of the capacity of gasoline is wasted in heat. So when you put a gallon of gasoline in a vehicle, 80% of it is lost in heat through the combustion process.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that efficient?
Well,
that's not efficient.
It is efficient.
Gasoline is not efficient. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why they try to come up with ethanol and stuff like that. And ethanol being a higher octane fuel source, they thought that it was also going to be, but it's even less efficient because it's even worse when it comes to how many miles per gallon. So gasoline is not the most efficient thing. We know that.
Yes, but we still need petroleum for several things. One, to make plastics. We need petroleum to make rubber.
Right, but
we still need petroleum to drill for the cobalt that's needed for electric vehicles.
Yep.
We still need petroleum to haul all these parts.
Right, but
okay?
No one's saying completely cut off oil, right?
I don't know, man. I've
heard
it differently.
No one said that. No, that's just no. Has Biden come out and said stop all oil?
Yes.
No. When?
Yes,
when did he come out and say that? When he
when he did not renew the leases for oil and gas drilling. Okay.
Well, but
when he started the Keystone
Pipeline.
Pipeline.
Why does he need to? Right. I mean, all the current leases are still running. There's several years on them. Everything else is fine. We should not be drilling in any national parks or any federal lands. We do not need to do that. We don't see any money as Americans when they drill on federal lands. What money do we see? What money do we get?
Well, sure, we get back lower gas prices.
No.
Independence from
subsidized by the government. That's subsidized by the government. Always has been. People can say whatever about the oil and gas market. No. When they drill on our lands, we get nothing. Those are federal fucking lands. They don't get nothing. They're just destroying beautiful nature, and we don't get anything out of it anyways.
They don't destroy it.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Fuck off, dude.
No, dude.
Come
they
on.
Don't destroy it.
Fracking? Really, bro? Come on.
It's limited to a small area. Okay. Same thing with the drilling. It's not in the entire. I mean, no one's going to go to El Capitan and start breaking down those mountains. Okay.
Yeah, and how do you know? How do you know? If they fucking find there's oil, they will. And if they give the leases, they will. Yes, they will, because they don't care. Dude, they want to drill in fucking beautiful parts of Alaska. The most beautiful parts of this country, they don't give a fuck. See, that's the problem. See, they don't care. And fracking has shown that. How many fucking lawsuits? How many people can't fucking have normal lives because they have cancer? How many people have fucking can set their water on fire? We need to move towards better renewable sources of energy, right? And the Keystone Pipeline was always a problem. It has been a problem since Bush. Even Bush had a problem with it. Nobody really likes it except for massive corporations that are trying to push it through. That's it.
But you know who also liked it?
Huh?
People who worked. You know who also liked it? It's people who worked on it. It's the natives whose land it went through. They got subsidies out of that.
They didn't get shit for it, dude. They're the ones, dude. They're the ones protesting.
Yeah, those green nicks out there. You know, they're like getting their little drums. They're Occupy Wall Street too.
Dude, I hate to break it to you, but every single tribe that it goes through has not committed to it. So no, dude, okay. If the Keystone Pipeline was done in a way that was, maybe they had worked it out, they had talked to people, but they didn't. They're just trying to ram it down people's throats. And it's not okay. So, I mean, but beyond that, well, I think really the big thing we're really, that the big concern is people are going to start losing jobs with these policies, right?
Yeah.
So the transition is what people need to be prepared for, right? I mean, so whenever cars came, right? What is it? Some asshole said the cars are a fad. Cars are a fad. Whenever they first developed cars, there's no way they're going to make it. So, what was actually a pretty big industry was buggy whip making, right? The buggy whips, like the little whip where you whip the horse to go.
Yeah.
Dude, some fucking industries go down, bro. We just have to help. We are such a sophisticated point in our culture that we should transition those individuals into different positions.
I mean, you talk about drilling in some of the most beautiful parts of the country and this and that, but you know that mining for cobalt is just as bad for the environment.
Right. No, I get
than
you.
drilling. It's transitioning to all electric vehicles or all electric anything. Even solar panels are bad for the environment. Why? Because they reflect the light off the sun and they kill the birds. Okay.
Well,
no, that's true. What are you gonna do? Right.
Right. No, right. There's always gonna be some type of negative to whatever. But we're also talking about the possibility of other types of power sources. I mean, there's always a possibility of nuclear. There's several things that can be utilized. But at some point, we have to transition away from fossil fuels. And I know there's a lot of the people that work in those industries. My family works in industries, a lot of welders. I get that. My family is nothing but welders. But when it comes down to it, at some point, we have to move our infrastructure and change over and transition. And we need to help those people do it because things are going to change.
But you don't end one thing to transition to another. You transition to it over time. You let the market dictate it.
When was the first electric car invented?
Dude, I don't know, early 90s with it was a Honda Insight.
Keep going back. First electric car concepts are out in the 30s.
Oh yeah, of course. But
that's what I'm telling you. The first actual production, 50s, 60s. See, the concept's been there, but it was suppressed by oil companies. The transition's already been occurring. Luckily, or not luckily for the petroleum industry, you have someone like Elon Musk who has popularized these things, right? So now everybody wants a Tesla. Everybody wants to do that shit because now they actually look cool and they can do mostly what you need them to do. So now they're commercially viable, which is why every single major car manufacturer now has done it.
Ask you a question. What if they find cobalt mines in Alaska or national parks? Are you all in favor of going in there, destroying the land just to get that cobalt?
No. They don't need
It's going to fucking happen, dude.
No, it's not. As long as you don't know, it's not.
Yes, why not? Because the demand's going to go up.
No, because protection should be for both ways. It doesn't matter what the technology is. I don't care. We have our country. We have our hopes. I mean, the reality is that we need to look for other sources. We need to look for truly renewable. Electric cars are just the beginning of renewable. There's more than that. And we need to just start pursuing that because at some point, we're just not doing anything for anybody. And like I said, once again, my mom has fucking COPD, bro, from these fucking chemical plants, and they're all oil plants. This shit's not good for people who live by there.
About that, so they have there was an article in KHOU, I think, or the Chronicle, they have cancer clusters.
Yep.
Their neighborhoods defined as cancer clusters.
Yep.
And usually they're in Baytown or Pasadena or Texas City
Or Channelview.
or Channelview. Yeah, here in Houston. But those aren't petroleum, right? I mean, they're manufacturing. They manufacture all sorts of chemicals over there. I mean, you're talking about rubbers, raw chemicals.
Well, but these are all petroleum byproducts. This is oil, man. It doesn't whatever way you cut it, it's mainly oil. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's probably some other chemical manufacturing, but the majority of it's oil. You can look at the signs by my house where I used to live. Exxon. What is it? What's the one that starts with a T? Used to be a big one.
Mexico. Yeah.
You also see. I saw some Brazilian ones. Massive oil companies. Citgo at some point in time. They all belong to them. So no, dude, we are killing people, right? So okay, you got some jobs, great, but you're fucking killing people, right? You're destroying our environment. Does that really worth it anymore? When we can transition to a better technology, something that may not do it.
I'm all for transitioning, but I really don't think that what's out there is promising. It's just as bad.
Well, right. No,
it's just as bad.
But everything has to be a start, right? You have to start walking away from one thing to pursue other opportunities. Hey, man, the world has to move on, right? Buggy whip makers, I guarantee you were fucking pissed whenever the car came out because what the fuck are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? But we have to transition. And we're at this point now. And that's why I think where Biden's at, I mean, he probably shit his pants a couple of times when he's been talking lately. And, you know, he got lost in the White House a couple of times and he is who he is, right? And I'm not saying he's not the greatest statesman, nor is he the greatest president. Intellectual we've ever had, you know, intellectual president. No, trust me. The last one he wasn't a Rhodes Scholar himself, but where we're at now though, is we do need to transition to greener energy. People are like, well, what about jobs? You know what? Fuck you and your jobs because people are dying where I'm from. People are getting sick. The oil is, the fucking water's tainted. There's cancer clusters. So when people talk about jobs, dude, I'm talking about fucking lives. It's not worth it anymore. We can do better. Why don't we do better? The same thing fucking Kennedy says. We do not choose to do the things that are easy because they're easy. You know, we don't shy away. We do things because they're hard, because we're better than that. And then to continue to rely on these on fossil fuels and all this bullshit and say, well, it's for jobs. You're gonna lose jobs. Come on, man. We have to move on. We have to move on.
Yeah, but you don't want to cut jobs in the middle of a pandemic, man. I mean, the economy's terrible right now. Why do that? You know, does it have to happen now? Can it just happen like a year from now when this shit's taken care of?
Well, there's not. Last time I checked, there hasn't been 55,000 jobs cut, and oil prices gone up through the roof yet.
Oh, it's going to.
Oh God,
it's going to. It's going to. It happened with Obama, man. It's going to happen again with Biden. You're going to see $4 gallon gas.
You know what? It happens during every president. Bush had his time.
Except Trump.
Huh?
Except Trump.
Trump had $2.70s and $3 gas.
He
had $3 gas. Yeah, he did. I know he did. I've still not my car. He had $3 gas. It happens. It happens to everyone. But either way, we need to phase in and look towards greener industries because at some point we're gonna have to do it, man. We don't have a choice, and that's just how it goes, you know. So while Biden's transitioning, I think what he's trying to do is he's going to hopefully provide ladders for people to transition to new positions, to look into a new world, because we're no longer this country that is, you know, the blue collar. We're moving more towards a white collar service-based industries where you know, our manufacturing processes have all been pushed out of this country anyways. I mean, that, and your boy is the one that did most of that. He didn't pan out, you know, he kept screaming America first, but he fucking, how many people actually stayed here? None under his administration. How many people?
I think he has some companies come back.
No, he didn't. That bullshit
he
with
did.
Ford. They still built the plant in Mexico a year later. They just didn't. No one talked about it. You can look it up. They still built it. He made all that hoopla. They're like, shut the fuck up. We're gonna do what we want. We'll play your little stupid game. A year later, they still built that fucking plant.
What happened? I think Tesla built their plant here.
No, they're shifting to
Yeah.
Texas, but reality,
They didn't move. They didn't move to China.
right? But they can't move to China. That's the problem. Is it's too expensive for them to move to China. It doesn't make sense for their manufacturing process. But trust me, if they could get the fuck out of here, they would. Everyone would. Everyone does, dude. How many fucking times when you call for customer service, how many of them are fucking in Ohio?
Yeah, man, I don't call customer service anymore. Fuck that. I started doing that shit a long time ago.
Exactly, because they shipped all those jobs across the ocean. So,
how many times do you get calls from your phone to renew your warranty?
Oh, fuck that. Oh my God. Do you know your auto warranty's running out? Fuck off. I don't even have that car. You know how many cars I've been through? I don't even know what a warranty is.
I'm like, my truck is from 2013, bro. You wanna show this shit?
You sure? How much did it cost? $38,000. I'm just gonna go buy a new one. So fuck off. But you know what I'm saying. So, but okay. So barring the jobs thing, what other qualms do you have with Biden's initial? I mean,
You know what?
You haven't even give this motherfucker like it's been
no, dude. His
2 weeks.
His press secretary, man. She's
What? Oh, the redhead lady?
Yeah.
The ginger?
Yeah.
They don't have
She
souls.
looks like Mark Zuckerberg. Okay,
Yeah,
come on.
gingers don't have souls. That's from South Park.
I mean, I miss Kaylee. I do.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
That chick had no soul at all. No, she was really a vapid existence. She was like a Burger King stain on the bottom of a bag.
She was hot, okay? And that's
really?
okay.
Really, that's
okay.
Going? Is that where we're going?
That's exactly where we're going.
Is this your great intelligent?
That's my grievance.
Discussion is that she was hot. So,
and you know what? She answered questions, dude. She never circled around.
The blonde Calissa Flockhart. That she's hot. The chick, you know how many times she threw up before every press conference to keep her weight down? Really?
You know what though? She was easy. She was
about?
Easy on the eyes, man. And you know what? That made taking the news a little easier. I'll tell you that. It did. You know what? She didn't circle.
You are Fox News's. You are Fox News's fucking demo to the best. It's like we're just gonna get like fucking blondes and short skirts. Oh,
that's right.
Jesus.
That's how we do it.
Well, anyways. beyond the aesthetics of Biden, there's not much else. I mean, the dude, he's going to get the stimulus package, right?
Oh,
that's going through 1.9 trillion.
His Treasury Secretary is holding meetings with the big what is it? The Wall Street
the Citadel
bigwigs, Citadel, to talk about what happened with GME and make sure that Reddit doesn't take over Wall Street.
You see
okay,
that? That's great. I love it.
Now
that would have happened. That would have happened with Trump too.
I don't know. Would it
really? Fucking really?
Would it? Yeah, man. I gotta question it.
Really?
I gotta question it.
Oh Jesus! That little rich boy. He wouldn't want nobody to fuck with this. That's a club, dude. That's the rich person club. We're not part of that. All these. Well, I mean, D fucking value is now, but. He made all that money off the G. Even with his fucking, even with his losses, he's still in that rich boy club. But when it comes down to it, that's bullshit. Come on, man. That's all them. That's the money. The money's there, right? I mean, that's really where it is. We're not in that club. So that would have happened no matter what, no matter who was in charge. You know, right now we got problems. I mean, we got the stimulus. So yeah, if you want to touch on this whole GME. AMC.
Well, you know, the stimulus isn't coming.
It's coming.
No, dude. He was supposed to have gotten this shit done on day one, according to his stupid campaign.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, and it's not happening.
I hate to break this to you. The Republicans were fine with the $2,000 stimulus before he got elected, and then once he got elected, now they don't want to do it. So somebody switched gears because they have a president now, and they just want to be bitches.
Well, you know what though? Even if they did want to get the stimulus out, okay. Congress hasn't done shit except trying to impeach Donald Trump after he left office.
Bro, you do realize it's Biden. Okay, let's see.
Look, let me tell you something.
Well, hold on. No. Let's
Go ahead.
through it. You know what? For perpetuity.
Go ahead.
This is February the 3rd.
All right.
Our great, wonderful, amazing president was just inaugurated on the 20th of January. How many days are in January? 31, right?
Yeah.
15 fucking days in office, and you're wanting this dude to fucking rewrite the whole book. What did Trump do in his first 100?
Oh man, so much.
Other than pay off a couple of porn stars and start a couple of race riots. What else did he do?
He didn't start race riots.
Yeah, he did.
No, he
did. He commended race riots. Well, so what did he do? Nothing. I'm telling you, dude, it's been 15 fucking days. Last time I checked, he's already going to pass the stimulus bill. It's going through. It's going to happen no matter what the Republicans say. They just want to say no because they want to say no. They didn't even try. He said, look, I got a $1.9 trillion deal. I'll be willing to work on some things with y'all. They came back and said, okay, look, we have one. It's $54.38. That's how much we want to spend on this stimulus. They didn't even fucking try.
Nothing's going to get through Congress, man. Nothing's going to get through Congress. They haven't confirmed his whole cabinet yet.
It's already done. It's already done. So Ways and Means Committee has already decided the power sharing agreement for the House. Correct. All it takes is 50 Democrats to agree and Kamala Harris. It's done. It's a done deal. They've already talked to one of the fucking dumbasses, Democrats who wanted something for a state. They'll get another bridge. This thing's going through. It's done. So stimulus is going to go through. People are going to get some money, much needed money. I think still quite a bit more money is needed because I think as long as the government keeps telling people that shit needs to be shut down, you need to be helping people out and businesses, right? I mean, really. How much better would this whole lockdown have been had the government said, oh, well, since it's our fault, we're going to pay all your shit until we open up the economy. I guarantee you, had that been the agreement, we would have vaccines. Everyone would have vaccine within, 6 months. There would have been COVID, what? You know what I'm saying? But instead, the government's whole bullshit stimulus situation was dumb. They bailed out massive companies, but they didn't help anybody else out. And this whole thing's been nothing but a nightmare. So, yeah, dude, he fucked that up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, nothing's going to get through Congress until the impeachment ends, especially the Senate.
No. The Senate's going to pass a stimulus. I guarantee you by Friday, the stimulus is passed. It's going to pass. They've already went through Ways Means. Yes, by next Friday, not this Friday. By next Friday, it's already passed. They've already gone through the Ways Means Committee, and they've already decided the power sharing agreement. All it's going to take is 51. And Kamala Harris is the decider. That's all it's going to take. And they've already given the one Democrat who was holding out, he wanted a bridge, our military base. He's going to get it. That's it. And then life goes on.
And then how much are we going to get anyway?
Right. It's going to be roughly $1,400, not for me and you. By blessing and by hard work and determination, we're not going to get anything.
Why not?
You know why? But because I was trying to explain,
upper echelons of society.
I was trying to explain by blessing and luck and hard work, we have been able to secure incomes that are not going to be really included in that group. Well, actually, Biden wanted to give some more money to people that made more money too. He wanted to actually include kind of our bracket, like substantially more than what others that we had gotten in the previous one, if you got anything at all. So that was one contention point.
More game stocks. I was going to buy more game.
Fuck you.
More game
Fuck you. AMC. AMC. Dude,
oh man, I'm trying to make my money back on that shit.
My weed stocks have blown through the roof.
I bought more crypto.
I bought SNDL. I'm up 28% now.
What's SNDL?
It's Sundial Labs. SNDL. I bought them at 72 cents and they're at $1.25.
Holy shit, dude! You're right.
Yeah, fuckface. I've been riding that one. Yeah, I got a little bit in there. And then I found some other ones. My cousin told me about some. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, all the things you're hearing are from two dumbasses who know nothing about. We are not financial advisors.
We've lost more money than we're bragging about right now.
And if you literally take any of our advice, you're a fucking moron. But that being said, my cousin also told me about something called BNGO.
BNGO, what is that?
I don't know, but he's made some moves. He's made some money this year. So he's talking about BNGO, and then I bought in positions on BNGO, and hold on.
Dude, it's at 1185 right now. It went down today. It's been kind of stagnant. I don't know about that.
Which one? AMC?
BNGO. No, AMC's fucked, man.
No. Trust me. BNGO is the way you want to go. It's been moving. It's gonna be.
I'm gonna lose my money. AMC's probably gonna go down to like 34 cents, and I lost.
No.
everything.
I'm telling you, AMC's not. AMC's the long hole.
Someone has money in that too.
Exactly. No. I think everyone has money in that because you know why? It was so cheap to buy in. It was so cheap to buy in that I don't think it's ever going to floor past 7 or 8. But I'm telling you, dude, once the movie theaters open back up, they're going to open up. They're going to fucking open up. That's going to be a $15, $16 stock.
Yeah, because I heard movie streaming, although it's convenient, it's not as lucrative as they would have thought.
Everybody wants to go back out.
Yeah, people want to go back out. There's also, people will cancel their memberships once they finish watching their show.
Yep.
It really just goes back to, you pay for that one show or that one movie. So yeah, I see people going back. I just hope that they what I hate about theaters is the seats, man.
Yeah. I feel
they don't real pulse that shit, man. They should do real pulse that shit every year,
And people have done some bad things in those seats.
Oh,
me being one of them.
Oh fuck, man! That's disgusting.
Somebody somebody get goosed up in there. It stays on the seat. It's never coming off. If you hit I guarantee you walk.
My life, man.
If you walk through a fucking movie theater with one of those black lights, it's gonna look like it's gonna look like the set of a porno. It's just gonna be covered. Everywhere.
I've played the popcorn game once in a while.
Exactly. Everyone plays the popcorn game. Say, oh, what's that at the bottom? Oh, a little.
Hey, you know what? I think Benjamin's gonna listen to this, and he's just gonna make a compilation of the best of, and just skip this episode altogether.
I know he's just like, and fuck this episode because these assholes went from talking about politics to how broke they are to what to buy. Because we're a bunch of fuck faces. So moving on, we got our fucking stimulus, but you know what else? As you keep touching upon this because you want to defend your Lord and Savior Trump.
What's going on with him?
John Roberts and his not wanting to take part in this. What do you think about that?
Dude, he knows this is bullshit, man.
I tend to agree with them. I do have to agree with them on this. I'm going to agree with them because I think, and you're like, what the fuck? I would have to agree with them because I have to say, John Roberts, while I don't necessarily agree with his politics, he tends to not be an activist judge. I think in a weird way, I don't know, he's still pretty young in his appellate history.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say he has taken his role as senior justice, as the lead Supreme Court justice. He's taken his role very seriously. And I believe that he has, and I could be wrong. Lord knows tomorrow he rules against fucking abortion. But he has tried to play a very neutral hand, and he hasn't tried to become an activist judge. And I think by him saying, I don't want to take part in this, he's not being an activist judge. You really have to ask yourself about this.
And here's the thing, though, that the Constitution specifically states that the Chief Justice shall be presiding over the impeachment trial in the Senate.
Right.
What happens when he's not there and you give it to a senator who will be voting himself in the impeachment?
Right. The impartiality of it, right?
So what happens there? Is this a sham now? Is it pointless?
Yeah, I think it is pointless. I think I'm with you, man. I agree with you. I think at some point we just have to let it be. He does have blood on his hands.
Who?
Trump.
Oh boy.
What he did, he has blood on his hands. He does. No, yeah, he does. 5 people died that day. He has blood on his hands. And you know what, dude? We all are judged one way or the other. What I'm saying is in the end, this is not something that we can really take on, right? This is done. Yeah, it's stupid.
It's very stupid.
It's dumb. It's petty. People want to hit him back. That's like, whenever you got picked on in third grade by that big kid who took your lunch money, and then you see him on the road later on, you just want to kick him in the ass.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's really not worth it. I think
Fuck you, Freddie.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Freddie. Fucking Freddie. I knew it. And
sorry, man. I got carried away there.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You start crying and shit. Fucking asshole. How'd you know? But that's what I'm saying. I think it is petty. I think it's stupid. I think we need to move on. I think we have bigger things to worry about, right? We got economies that need to be corrected. We have complete financial what would you say, hegemony. We have financial corruption. The stock market is once again showing to be nothing but a big boys club. We have really big problems instead of trying to prosecute an asshole. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he has blood on his hands for real. And I hope
not really.
Yes, he does. And I hope that the family of that Capitol police officer sue him in civil court. I think that's really where things need to go. I don't think they need to be done in our in the Senate. I believe that these can be handled in civil courts. I believe that he can easily be sued upon basically inciting the riot that killed that man. He can be sued for it. He should become liable for it.
I mean, he already had other health conditions. So maybe, to say that he died at the riot because of the riot's a stretch. Okay.
Dude, I saw them stomping that motherfucker with the flag. They were hitting him in the head with it. There's video of it. They beat the shit out of that poor guy. Now, if they hit me like that and beat me up like that, would I die? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? I'm younger. I don't have health conditions like you said. But dude, they were stomping his fucking head, bro. He was not going to be okay after that. And this is coming from somebody who fucking does combat sports frequently.
Why blame Trump for this? Blame the people who did this.
No. If you are if you're in a movie theater and you scream fire,
all right,
and there's panic and people go rushing and one person gets trampled to death, that's your fault for screaming fire.
Of course.
Well, that's what he did. He screamed. He incited a riot and told them what to do, where to go, and how to handle it. The morning.
Yeah, but he didn't say go and storm the Capitol. No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. What are you talking about? He said, yes, he did. Yes, he did, dude. His actual words were very similar to that. No, he's an asshole. He has blood on his hands. But what we can both agree on is that this doesn't need to be in our Senate. Yeah. And I think Chief Justice John Roberts, as much as I may not agree with his politics, I believe his interpretation of the Constitution is correct. This does not need to be a matter that's handled in the Senate. This needs to be handled in civil courts, where the United States government sues him for damages and liabilities.
I think that they don't want him to run again. In 2024. That's the whole point of this whole thing.
Well, I mean,
but it's not going to happen.
Well, there's better ways to deal with this, though, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean it's not going to happen? Wait, whoa. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be prosecuted in the Senate. He's not going to go through a conviction in the Senate. Everybody knows that. There's not enough senators.
They're not going to get.
And I think Roberts sees it. I'm pretty sure Roberts thinks this is unconstitutional because he's not a sitting president.
I agree with Roberts. That's what I'm saying. You're right. Procedurally, this is incorrect. Yeah. This is people trying to get back at a bully. Yep.
It's taking up time and resources. We need to get it. Yeah, you're right. We need to do other things.
Right.
If Trump wants to run again 2024, I'm all for it. I got my hat, I got my cup, I got my bumper sticker, my mug.
I'll be like,
I got those trucker hats with like the boobs in the front that you buy at Spencer's.
I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I outfitted that with a MAGA 2024 bra.
Oh God, no, you didn't. Yours just says "Grab 'em by the pussy" 2024.
Nice. That's in the back.
But I think, like you said, right? But procedurally, I don't think this belongs to the Senate. The United States government needs to take him to court and sue him for liability. I think that that's really what needs to occur. And I think that he needs to be hit with slander, with inciting a riot and dangerous. But these are things that can be handled in our court system. They don't need to be handled by the Senate. Right. We can all agree whether he did something or not. That's of course to be decided by a judge in a court and a jury of his peers. But it doesn't need to be a jury of the Senate. Not in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and I don't think that I think that when we think of these things, I think it's time for us to just move on and to pursue better goals. And so I'm with Chief Justice John Roberts. Good for you, man. I don't agree with everything he says, but I think that he is correct. This is just not a constitutional thing. He doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be there. It's not going to happen. It's not going to go anywhere. Just let it go. Confirm the people for the cabinet, and just move on.
And let's move on, and then find out whether he sucks or doesn't. You know, but one person in government right now, and I keep forgetting her fucking name. I think it's Green. That crazy fucking Congress lady, that QAnon Congress lady, the one that chased down Sandy Hook. Hold on. Congresswoman. What's her name? Here. What's this crazy fucking... Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah. This fucking piece of shit.
What does she do?
She is a total piece of shit. She chased down Sandy Hook people trying to say that they were deniers. They're trying to say they were like crisis actors. And then she chased down the kids that were protesting against it, that were survivors of Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
She is a total piece of shit. She has continued to perpetuate the Trump bullshit that he lost, that it was a steal.
Well, I mean,
she's continued to incite, but this is beyond that. This is violence and anger.
Yeah, the whole Sandy Hook thing's a little... So
fuck off. People got shot.
No, I didn't, dude, I didn't say anything. No, I was going to say the Sandy Hook thing's a bit far for this lady to pursue.
Because she's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, so a long time ago, before YouTube took it off, I went down this rabbit hole, the Sandy Hook rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, I mean, anyone time has done that, So you go down this Sandy Hook rabbit hole, and it shows you these conspiracies, people's point of views where it didn't happen. There was a crew waiting already, this kid, nobody knows anything about him or his mom, shit like that.
Right.
And if you don't know anything about Sandy Hook and you believe this shit, yeah, man, you can definitely believe it. I mean, I could see it. Of course, children's lives, they're, you don't want to mess with that shit. If it happened, I'm sure it happened. I'm positive it happened. I feel bad for those families because fuck, man. I mean,
well, we're parents.
Yeah. So, but there's people out there that aren't parents. They'll look into this shit, and the evidence that they're presenting is completely biased. It's not, no one's in these videos trying to contradict it. And even if they did, they'd probably just skip over to the next video that doesn't contradict it. Right. And it's easy to become radicalized. I can see it. And Sandy Hook did happen, just for the record. Skip the Noise 100% knows that Sandy Hook did happen.
Yes.
Although this kid, the guy the shooter,
right.
I've been trying to find more information on this guy, and I really can. When I went down that rabbit hole, I wanted to find out more about this kid. Nobody really knows anything about him or his mom.
What do you mean?
Well, the thing is, he was such a loner. I don't know, dude. Like, he had no connection to the school. Why the hell would he drive
his
to the
mom?
school?
His mom worked there.
No, she did not.
Are you
she
sure?
Did not. I'm positive.
Dude,
I'm positive.
I'm pretty
His mom kept a whole shit ton load of guns in the house.
No. Actually, no. That's not correct either. She had a couple of guns, and one of them happened to be an AR-15 that she purchased for him.
Oh, fuck, man.
Mm-hmm. Trust me. No. Hold on. No. I went down that rabbit hole too, because I was like, because me, I like fucking conspiracies like a motherfucker. But yeah, and then after what Alex Jones and all that shit that went down with him, but I was like, what the fuck is going on? But no. I went down that rabbit hole, and no, she actually bought him that gun. She bought that gun for him, like he was kind of into that shit.
But the guy was fucking crazy though. I think he had like one friend that he used to like play video games with, and then he told his friends something cryptic like, "Oh, it's been great playing with you all this time" or something.
Yeah. Well, he was crazy, but also he was on meds, wasn't controlled, and that's what happens, unfortunately. And that was a real situation. And to anyone that thinks that there's crisis actors and all this shit, you're a fucking moron. Okay, just like just like a flat earther, it's the same type of dumb bullshit. Guess what? If you're a flat earther, what I want you to do, and I will pay for your every single. It is funny because I listened to this guy on Rogan. He said this. He is a fighter pilot, and he had gone up to 50,000 feet. You can really see the curvature of the earth at that point. He was telling the flat earther, look, go to the point of the earth. I will pay for every single one of your children's college education. Just go to the point of the earth where you can fall off, and I will pay for all of them. You know what I'm saying? So
nice.
When it comes down to it, that's what that is, right? This is bullshit. It's bullshit. So Sandy Hook, these deniers and stuff like that, that's just madness. But anyways, going back to where we are, there's possibility that she will be censored and that she'll be removed off of this fucking wonderful piece of shit landed the education committee.
Nice.
Yeah. So this just total douchebag is going to be someone who's going to be making decisions on educational policies for our country.
It's not like they do anything anyway, bro.
in
Education in America is fucked up. I mean, nothing's happened. It's a throwaway committee, man. People just, probably get on their phones all day. Dude.
Well, yeah, probably. But dude, she doesn't need to have any responsibility. Only responsibility she needs is she just needs to be able to use the restroom, and then that's it. Because if you're that much of a whack job, you don't need to be fucking doing anything. Dude, it's just madness. She's madness. Yeah. She pushes all that conspiracy shit. So that's the possibility with the whole thing. But going from there, I think we're at a crux here. So Why? 2 weeks into Biden's presidential election, being president. Okay, you know what? How about this? What has he done right?
What, Biden?
Yeah. Come on, I've said things that Trump did right. What has Biden done right?
Dude, I gotta think. This one,
you can't be just all pump and dump.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I do a lot of pumping and dumping,
Got a little bunch of fucking Ricks running around.
What has Biden done right?
Come on, you have to be there, bro. You gotta feel something different. What has he done right?
He stopped selling arms to Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, right.
That
was an interesting one, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
F-22s. And why did he do it? You know why?
Well, because it's not actually good to sell planes to Saudi Arabians. You know how that turned out.
Yeah, as they go and fuck up those poor people in Yemen. Oh my God,
didn't we experience what happens when you give Saudi Arabians planes?
Oh shit! Oh my
God. We saw it, in the one whole day, back in 2011. What happens when you give Saudi Arabians planes?
2001.
Oh yeah, 2001. Sorry. Oh fuck, man! I'm looking at these girls on Instagram right now.
This is what happens when we get Saudi Arabians planes. Jesus Christ! I was thinking you just see all these F-22 slamming into shit. Like what? Why did you? What?
Well, hey, that's all they know how to do, man.
Well, that and hunt down poor Yemens.
That's true.
That's pretty rough, bro. So okay, good. So see, you found a positive. He nixed that deal, and then what else did he do? And he re-signed a treaty for a nuclear treaty with Russia, the proliferation treaty. So he at least internationally, making some decent moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we got some real problems with that, right? I mean, with Saudi Arabia is becoming a juggernaut, right? I mean, they need to be reined under control at some point.
Can they be counterbalanced to Iran though?
That's what Iran has always been to them, which is why they want to get rid of Iran, which is why everyone's doing these peace accords with Jerusalem. See, Jerusalem thinks they can handle Saudi Arabia. They cannot handle them. Saudi Arabia is so fucking gangster.
No,
one's
dude.
gonna be handled. Dude, they're gonna have fucking F-22s. They're gonna have they were about to have some of the best fucking fighter jets in the world from us. We were gonna give them some of our best toys. No, dude, no. Think about the air superiority they would have had over the Middle East.
Of course, but Israel has always been there, and I think Israel, they're very strong. They're extremely well equipped, very well prepared.
Not as much as
they are the great equalizer in the Middle East.
No, they are not.
They are. They have a nuclear bomb. They're the only ones that have a nuclear bomb in the Middle East.
How much longer do you think until Saudi Arabia gets one?
I have no idea. Actually,
if they don't already have one, you think Iran make like $3.85 a day? You don't think Saudi Arabia doesn't already have a program? Come on, man.
I don't think so.
To feign ignorance to think that Saudi Arabia hasn't already, especially with what's his name? The new Saudi Arabian guy.
We're going off what the media tells us. And so I haven't heard anything to indicate that they're starting a nuclear program. Just
like you haven't heard a lot of shit about China lately, because if somebody says something bad in the Mulan movie, they take it out.
Yeah.
You don't think Saudi Arabia doesn't? Dude, come on. Fuck that, dude. People keep talking about, dude, Saudi Arabia has serious fucking money.
I will neither confirm nor deny that Saudi Arabia has nukes, okay? Or is pursuing nuclear weapons.
I guarantee you, they have so much money. Like, you know how they talk about, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world? All those Saudi princes look at him and go, dude, that's how much I gave the baby last week. They have unbelievable amounts of money, unbelievable amounts of cash.
Yeah, but are they going to risk?
They haven't pursued a nuclear program to defend their interests. Come on, that's fucking retarded. Don't tell me they.
I don't know, man. Maybe you're right. I have no idea.
Think about it, man. They probably said nuclear weapons are bitch shit. They probably got like some death ray. We don't even know yet. We don't know. We do not know. You didn't tell me India and Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
Relatively poor countries. They have nukes, but Saudi Arabia can't afford one. Russia was fucking selling them out of the back of trucks for a couple of years there. You don't think Saudi Arabia didn't pick one up just to kind of have?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure they did.
So anyway,
there's
the juggernaut.
The United States has about maybe 18 or 28, something like that, nuclear weapons that they can't account for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, dude. And Russia? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they sold those fucking things like crazy. Fucking Putin has $1 billion palace. Have you heard about that?
No.
Oh, you haven't heard about that?
No. What is he doing? Is he like naked on bearskins and stuff?
Oh, dude, you don't even fucking know. So Navalny, right? The guy that so it's for everyone. Just I'll go ahead and set this all up because me and Rick can just go into conversations without any reality. Navalny, who is a Russian dissident to Putin, who has been arrested, has just released some videos after he was rearrested for entering the country because there was an attempt on his life with poisoning. Released drone footage and video of a massive home that belongs to Putin. The estimated value is $1 billion with a B, $billion. It has something like 185 bedrooms, like gold swimming pools, and it's owned by Putin.
Oh, I see it.
Yes. Have you seen, dude? If you get a chance, and anyone listening, if you get a chance, look at Navalny's video.
It's right next
of
to the lake.
The drone video. It is insane. And somehow, a Russian president, who, of course is on the up and up, has $1 billion palace. Who do you think funded that? Couple of nukes to Saudi Arabia?
No.
That's going to get you a fucking palace, bro.
No, it was funded by the hardworking taxpayer at Russia.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you, bro. So with all this corruption around it, do you not think Saudi Arabia's gotten a fucking nuke or two?
Maybe. They haven't.
Anyways,
I mean, they've kept it close to themselves. If anything, they haven't said jack shit.
Well, yeah, you saw what happens to people that talk shit about them. They cut that fucking dude up. They brought the Khashoggi thing, it's so fucked up. They brought their number one, like criminal, basically a dude who knows up so much about like crime scenes. They brought him with the crew that murked Khashoggi.
Really?
Why? So he would make sure that there would be no evidence. He would clean it all up. And they cut him into pieces.
Oh shit.
Dude, these guys were fucked up.
Like narco style?
No. Well, we know what we do. We make pozole. We make them into soup. We throw them in the barrels. They cut this motherfucker up so they can easily transport them inside of bags that were in suitcases.
Wow.
Right. Wow. This is the new Saudi prince. This is how he does business.
Yeah.
And so now he's trying to forge alliances with fucking Israel because he knows the only fucking country that can counterbalance him is Iran. Before that was Iraq, but now that's all in shatters. This is a long game by Saudi Arabia, man. That whole area destabilized belongs to them. Just like they're waging that war against Yemen because they're just fucking starching dudes because they're practicing.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
They're buying a lot of military hardware. So that's what I'm saying. Just fuck that, dude. That's our real problem. So instead of, blowing them like fucking Trump did, now we're shutting down their ability to buy massive weapons from us.
Well, anyway, I said that was a good thing, right? So
there we go. But your boy was selling it to him.
Hey, man.
Hoping he could build a Trump Tower in fucking Abu Dhabi.
It was America first. He was trying to give business to these arms dealers in America. So I get it. I mean, there's double-edged sword.
Why don't we just start this shit? At least we can fucking control who uses the weapons. If we're gonna have if we're gonna continue this bullshit with this industrial, military complex, why don't we just be the fucking harbingers of doom versus giving it to other countries to do it?
I mean, here's the deal. They start a war, right? Do you want to give them the weapons or do you want to send our boys over there?
What are you talking about? We don't even send boys no more. We got drones.
No. I mean, you need boots on the ground, okay?
You do.
You can't do anything you can't do anything with an Air Force. Clinton tried to do that in Bosnia.
It worked. He bombed their dicks into the dirt. It didn't work in Vietnam. You're right. Did not work in Vietnam. But it sure as fuck worked when we started fucking finding out how to use smart bombs. That shit changed the whole game. All of a sudden, people that thought like, oh, we'll be in a bunker. Okay. Well, we'll just throw something that has a nuclear tip on it. And it'll get to your bunker. No. In the 90s, those aerial bombing campaigns done by Clinton completely changed the face of war. Because they started using smart bombs. They started using GPS. I mean, he really ran it. He ran the gambit. That's why that transition to Bush, there was so much he had done. I just don't think they had prepped Bush to get ready for all the enemies that we had at that point.
Yeah.
But carrying on.
I think it's time for a break, actually.
Yeah.
Benjamin is usually the one who's like, hey, man, we got to go on a break,
Like, hey, you fuck faces. What are y'all doing? And then he'd be like, okay, well, check this out. This one time, right? When I was fishing. So we're going to take a short break, everybody. It's time for Rick to go pee-pee. And we're going to go from there.
Listen to the sweet sounds of Mike Tacklebox.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Cool. And we're back. And Rick, I don't think burning American flags is okay. All right. I don't think it's okay. And I don't think you should, you definitely should not smack other people's children. Anyways, so moving on. What is going on with Amazon? I mean, it's a little shakeup, right? Right? What's going on? We
Jeff
just
Bezos
heard.
moved from the online to, I don't know, what did he do? He stepped off from the CEO?
Yes, he stepped off from the big CEO position. He's still going to be on the board. He's still actually the person who owns the most stock in the company. So, but he's moved over from a leadership position. And basically from that point now, he's kind of gone into like a consultant, but he's still on the board. So he still has quite a bit of power. But they moved the guy that was actually the forefront of their web and cloud-based services. So for a lot of people don't know, Amazon is not just the people who delivers like, your toilet paper and consumer shit. Right. Yeah. They actually are huge when it comes to, and this played into the Parler thing not too long ago. They're big into web hosting. They're big into cloud-based services and software. And people don't really realize that Alexa is more than just, hey, Alexa, play,
find me some porn.
Find me porn or play, Guns N' Roses. Alexa can also be used as a way to kind of facilitate user interfaces. So, like with software when in regards to oil, or to like pipelines, you can literally just go, hey, Alexa, pipeline 55, what's its production rate or what's its flow rate? And Alexa will analyze that. So these are things to kind of actually help user interfaces in regards to mass scale industries. And web services is, of course, part of their data amassment, and then, of course, their web hosting and everything. So they shifted the guy that was mainly over that, and now he will be the new CEO. So could this be a new direction for Amazon? Not necessarily that Amazon's ever going to stop delivering stuff, but will Amazon now start really branching out? Because as we all know, companies, no matter who they are, have to continue to show a profit, right? They have to continue to show growth.
Yeah, that's what the whole stock market is. I mean,
right.
Every day is based on the previous day.
Right.
Plus or minus.
Now that they've had the shopping, oh no, I need to order, it was ridiculous. I needed a 3-inch exhaust clamp. Right.
You found it?
Next day at my house.
Damn.
Couldn't get it at AutoZone. Couldn't get it anywhere else. I'm like, oh, man, I need this 3-inch exhaust clamp coupler. Boom. Showed up. So Amazon's got the corner. They win, right? They win when it comes to that whole thing. They built a massive infrastructure. Their carriers are, I think someone said they're right between FedEx and UPS, their own carrier system when it regards to carrying products and moving things in and out and delivery.
I remember Amazon early 2000s. I think it was like the year 2000, 2001. It was all books.
It was a book fucking store, right?
Yeah, it was a bookstore. It was an online bookstore.
So
and
weird.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Weird.
And I remember, I used to work in the library of all places. And I remember they would use Amazon to check the ISBN numbers.
Yes.
To compare them, make sure that they're fine. But it started off as a bookstore, and then it went off to consumer goods, and now look where we're at 20 years later.
Oh, now they're in cloud computing, AI. They're in everything, and now actually, have you heard that they've got now a mail pharmacy?
Yeah,
mail order pharmacy.
How's that going?
Oh, dude, if it's them, they're making money. But I think they're finding out what every other corner store pharmacist has found out. Not a lot of money unless you're doing it a different way. So
no, unless you're selling controls.
Exactly. Or if they're don't lie. They all did. They all ended up doing it. But in the end, though, I think it's really maybe it's that shift. Now they're going to say, hey guys, we own the universe, right? If you need something, what's your first thought now? I'm just going to check Amazon. Their app is flawless. The shopping experience is flawless. They've got it nailed down. So now maybe they're going to branch out more into the web hosting, into the virtual cloud, into to business management. You know, that kind of, that's a big deal. So I think we're seeing a big shift.
Yeah, I remember it was like Amazon for books. You wanted weird shit, you go to eBay.
Yep.
Or if you just wanted consumer goods, you go to Walmart.
Yep.
It was those three, you know, back in early 2000s. Now it's just Amazon now.
Well, remember Amazon was competing with fucking what's her name?
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. That was their big
Borders.
competition. Yeah. Yeah. They fucked that. Well, Barnes and Noble dropped the ball on that one. They could have went from selling a couple of books to selling everything. Amazon is just an amazing company. I mean, barring all the, you know, what they basically have done to all their workers and everything. And I'm not trying to go into that big old bee's nest of how they treat their workers and the very fine lines they draw between contractors and whatnot. But
yeah,
in the end, this is a big shift. So it's a huge deal. So Jeff Bezos will be, you know, just stepping down, letting somebody else lead the charge. So I wonder how that will work out. I wonder, the big thing was that the markets did react to it. There was a drop in Amazon, and you know, there's a drop in Tesla today too, which has actually been really, really moving up lately. But I think it had a little bit to do with the rocket crash. So yeah, man, no more Bezos, no more stuff like that. But
it's
you
kind
know
of like what happened when Bill Gates, you know, left Microsoft.
Exactly.
He stepped down as CEO.
Or when what's his name died from Apple.
Steve Jobs, yeah.
You know, you got to wonder. But see, the thing is these, I think this is different though. You know, like when Genghis Khan died, the Mongols were fucked, right? And Kublai Khan, when he died, they were fucked. They had no real charisma to lead the tribes. I think these things have become so big that the leader, while the initiation of the company was important, now that these things have become so big and ingrained in society and culture, I don't think they ever go away. You know, I think these are the true test of time. You know, these are the East India tea companies. You know, these are long lasting.
Dude,
things.
Like as a business owner, I can't imagine giving the reins to somebody else. Like, I don't know, dude. Like it's the company is just, there's so many cogs that you know how they're run. Okay, they all turn. You as the owner of the company or the founder of the company know how each of these things work. How do you find somebody? How do you confide in a person to know exactly what you know, and that would react the way you would react? Okay, when shit goes down.
Well, I think but I think that's the way that they build these companies. I think these great charismatic people, actually, that's what they do. I mean, look at Apple, right? It's still hitting on all cylinders. And Steve Jobs been gone for how many years now? Same thing with Microsoft when Bill Gates left. Microsoft still, I mean, people can talk all this shit like, I use Linux. Okay, fuck off. You know, or I am an Apple person. But most people will run boot camp so they can still have Windows processes on their computers, on Mac, Mac laptops or computers. So, I mean, Microsoft is still the pinnacle. And this is, Bill Gates has been out of the scene for quite a long time himself. So these things have become so big and so powerful because they mechanize them that I don't think that there is real points of failure for some of these, right?
But going back to Steve Jobs being gone, and this might also happen with Jeff Bezos, is you wonder what would happen if Steve Jobs hadn't died. Steve Jobs came up with the touchscreen phone.
Right.
That did internet.
Yep.
What was it? Internet, phone calling, and the way he introduced it, I remember it was like, think of a device that does internet, phone call, and I don't know, it was text messaging or something.
Right.
And people were like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
It was so revolutionary when he introduced it back in 2006.
Right.
And I wonder if we would have moved beyond iPhone now or beyond the touchscreen if Steve Jobs had been alive.
Oh, you mean like a completely different interface?
Exactly.
Right. Well, exactly. I think he was. I think that's what he was touching with when it came to, like, remember Google Glass and some of these other possible products of going into that augmented reality. I just don't think that we haven't found the technology that can surpass that user interface yet, right? I mean, that's what Elon's working on. He was working on that chip that basically goes into your brain and you become the internet. I mean,
that's some
you know what I'm
fucked up
saying?
shit. I saw a movie about that when I was a kid.
Which one?
It was some Disney movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was some Disney movie when I was a kid. It was some guy who like got zapped by the internet or something. He was able to like come up with dance moves and
remember Lawnmower Man?
Lawnmower Man. No,
Oh,
I never
dude, you
saw
know
it.
what? For anyone out there, trust me, check it out this weekend. If you get bored, you get a couple minutes, and between dealing with children and life and all this shit, check it out. It's a wild movie, Stephen King, I believe, and it's basically like it's really ahead of its time. It's like
Lawnmower
conceptually a person that's in the web. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. Lawnmower Man, check it out. But yeah, I mean, what would have happened with these revolutionaries? I guess we have to kind of wait for the new revolutionaries, right? But really what it's showing is the new revolutionaries have revolutionized communication in the sense of like, Instagram and all these new like platforms where they have socially engineered society, right?
Yeah,
And that's where we're at now. I mean, that'd be
look at Reddit.
Yeah.
Became the largest decentralized hedge fund in the world.
Right. And well, I mean, we're hoping they stay together, but there's so many douchebags that join, you never know. But the truth is right. So this is where we're at. So is social media, is these mass online databases of things. Is that the new nexus of where we go? You know what I'm saying? Or do we all just live in a 6-acre area and just keep building upwards?
Oh, dude. Yeah. So I was telling Ben, I went down this rabbit hole last night, reading about the Kowloon walled city in Hong Kong. So basically, it was so fascinating because I didn't think this had ever existed. It doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. The Hong Kong government tore it down in 1994. But from the 70s all the way to the 90s, people had moved into this walled city that was part of China. Okay, at this point, because remember, Hong Kong was under British rule, but they had set aside these 6 acres in the middle of Hong Kong that belonged to China. And people who didn't want to live under the British rule would want to live in this 6-acre plot of land. The thing is, when you have a lot of people that go in to move in there, well, you run out of space. So they started building up. Okay, they had the first floor, then they moved on to the second floor, and they built to the third floor, and they went up to 14 stories. And the reason they stopped was because it was the airport right next to it, so they didn't want planes to be crashing into the buildings. Okay, and each of these floors, each of these infrastructure was created without the help or commission of an architect or an engineer.
Oh God. Like
yeah,
codes.
It was just
there's no codes.
There's no code, exactly. So if you knew a guy who knows how to put up rebar, stucco, make a wall, put a window,
works
make
for
up some
beer.
plumbing. Yeah, works for beer. If you know that guy in Hong Kong, because they don't have any Mexicans or Hispanics over there, so I don't know who they hire.
Nope. Yep.
But they built this stuff, and I don't know how it stayed together. I don't know how it was meshed together, and it stuck. And I think something like 50,000 people had lived there in 6 acres.
Wow.
Okay. And one of the videos I saw was saying that if you were to fit the entire population of the world with the same density that this place had, you'd fit everybody in Rhode Island.
Oh my God.
You'd fit the entire population of this world in Rhode Island.
Oh my God. And
That's how dense this was.
And and for anyone out there listening to this, please, if you get a chance, look this up. How do you spell it, Rick?
Oh, Kowloon, Kowloon.
And really look at this, because you won't really grasp. Well, okay, for anyone that's seen Ready Player One, this is very similar to the trailer parks of the future, where it's just like things built on top of each other and these massive structures. But this basically, it was like real world. You have to watch. You have to see the picture, because once you see it, you'll be like, this can't be real. Like, this didn't really exist. And it totally did. And it's fucking wild, because the population density, like you said, the whole fucking world would fit in Rhode Island. Not even Texas. Like,
No.
one of the smallest fucking states we could find. Like, they're not even a state, really. Pardon me, anyway, is Rhode Island. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, when it comes down to it, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, and the reason I went down the rabbit hole is because I couldn't grasp the idea of so many people living in 6 acres, and how this must have looked standing in the courtyard right in the middle, and you're looking up at these structures.
And I mean, guys, these things stretch for like, they go up as far as you could probably turn your neck looking up in the sky. And they're so densely packed, just one floor on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, that is just densely populated, like dense. I don't know. I can't even completely explain it, because it's just that crazy.
Yeah. And so it was said that at the ground level, you would never see sunlight, because there were so many pipes. There was, so you couldn't see sunlight. And even in the courtyard, right in the middle, where you see the sky at the top, but you don't see any sunlight going into these windows.
Oh,
but the reason it was so popular in Hong Kong was because, again, this was a Chinese autonomous area, and basically you could practice medicine or dentistry without a license. You could be a doctor or dentist by trade, and it was a cheap way to get dental work.
Oh God.
Or medical care that didn't involve like actual doctors in Hong Kong.
Oh, that's God. Oh God, that's so scary. How much blood is everywhere there? Missing teeth.
Man.
Oh Jesus. But go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say that they had the specific areas within this building that were for, welding. They had areas that were schools and so forth. But because it was so densely packed, they would rotate these rooms. So in the daytime, it would be a school. At nighttime, it would be a bar or a brothel. And then it would go back to being a school in the morning.
Oh God, could you see the kids coming in? Like, oh, my desk is dirty again.
Oh, wet balloon. No. What is this?
Oh, God. But and to give somebody a little bit more perspective on the size of 6 acres, the typical American home is on 0.25 acres. So if you do the math, 6 acres is roughly the same amount of space that 24 homes would occupy.
Damn.
Isn't that's madness? And 50,000 people lived in that space. Like, what this rabbit hole Rick went down was freaking awesome, because I just looked at the pictures and I was like, no, we have to talk about this. This is madness. Literally, you imagine 24 homes. So your block, the block that you live on right now, if you live in the suburbs, half of it, probably half of it, right? Half of a suburb block had 50,000 people living on it.
And they were stacked up against each other. Yeah.
All the way up to the sky. Homes all the way up to the sky. Because of course, if you can't build out, you got to build up.
Dude, and it was cheap to live there. They would charge you like $5 a month or something to live there.
Well, yeah, because that's if you could live. I mean, could you imagine the amount of issues in that place? And then on top of that, how long would it take you to get to the top floor?
How do you even get to the top floor, man? I mean, there's no staircases.
There's nothing. Guys, if you see this, imagine shoe boxes stacked on top of each other with no real infrastructure. I mean, I couldn't even imagine what they constituted as a sewer system. There must have been shit everywhere.
Yeah, and so that's what they were talking about. So some of these places, they didn't have real plumbing or drainage. Okay, so right on the first floor, you'd always have these just leaks. Like it was constantly raining in the first floor in this inside this building. Oh, God. So people would walk around with umbrellas inside the building. Yeah. It's interesting. You definitely, guys, if you guys have a little bit of time, look up Kowloon City on YouTube or just anywhere, and you'll see pictures of this thing. It's ridiculous.
And please do, because I'm telling you, this is whenever you realize that people have problems, and B, if shit gets too expensive, people are willing to do whatever it takes to live somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's just crazy. I'm telling you, guys have to look this up. This is just nuts. I've never seen anything quite like this, and it's just amazing that 50,000 people could live in 6 acres. 6 acres is such a small amount.
You know, my dad has a ranch in South Texas. That's 10 acres.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And that shit was small, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, think about it. 6 acres. If you think about it, 6 acres would probably be the amount of land that a professional football stadium, just the building, takes up. That's probably more. That'd probably be 12 acres, right? Like, let's say, Reliant. Yeah. Reliant's probably on 12 acres of land. So the parking lot adjacent to the the fucking stadium is probably 6 acres.
That is 6 acres.
Could you imagine 50,000 people lived in that parking lot? So think of your major sporting complex, wherever you're at, whether you're in Europe or the United States. Imagine the parking lot, especially if this is a stadium that can hold, 50,000 plus people. So if you're in Manchester, that's United training place. If you're in India, I forgot some of the big, I don't know, the cricket places or get that big, but they're pretty large. Just imagine the parking lot next to one of your larger stadiums had 50,000 people living in it with constant rain on the first floor, which was probably poo-poo and pee-pee.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
So anyway, it's an interesting rabbit hole, man.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's a good thing. I mean, we didn't have too much on aliens this time, but when it came to the party in the back, I think that was really cool, dude. I mean, sometimes, so the guys, I hate to break it to y'all, sometimes there's only so many fucking aliens and weird shit we can chase down. But when you look at reality, sometimes it's fucking crazier than anything we could come up with. Because this place was insane, and I'm telling you, it was wild. So definitely check that out. Right?
Too bad the Hong Kong government tore it down.
Well, yeah, they probably had to, because it was probably a complete health disaster. Could you imagine the rats in that motherfucker?
Oh yeah, rats and roaches.
They weren't even rats. They were like bear rats. They were probably like 35, 40 pounds. They probably looked like dogs.
Yeah,
imagine that.
And probably the roaches were like lobsters.
Oh, fuck. Could you imagine the diseases in that place? Oh, God. They had super herpes. They probably had shit. They probably burnt it down because they discovered something there. It was like, whenever they have like a weird alien containment zone, they have to burn it out. Yeah, that's what that fucking place was. There are diseases we haven't even understood.
There were kids that were living here. I mean, kids were being raised here. And because they couldn't really go out of the complex, they would play on the roof with other kids. So that was their playground, the roof.
That's not good either, because it's like 700 stories up. So if little Jimmy's ball bounces off the roof, he's going down.
That's fucked up, dude. That's messed up.
That's fucking crazy. Oh my God. So with that, anyway, we're asking everyone, we're going to be building a 6-acre compound for everyone.
Nice.
Pretty soon.
We'll charge you $5 to live there.
Yep, $5 to live there. Just make sure you throw your shit out the left window, never the right window, always the left one, so we can keep it as clean as possible.
Keep it classy.
So that being said, it was a good one, guys. I think we all enjoyed it. Please check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and then also, guys, we were just asking for any interactions. I imagine Benjamin James will be throwing in some something at the end of this. He may surprise everybody. He may give a heartfelt message about how he missed being on here today, or he just is just gonna be whatever. But
yeah, or he'll make a compilation of the best of and just ignore this whole episode.
Yeah, it's just say fuck these guys, because Lord knows how much fucking editing he had to do for this. But we want everyone to have a great night. Thank you for joining us, and please engage with us, guys. We want to hear what y'all think. Leave reviews. We have
Yeah, I mean,
we're on
if you
Apple.
think my voice is too deep, just tell me. You think Ben is too gay? Just tell him that too.
Damn it, Ben. Poor Ben. It's always him. Why you always got to pick on him? That's fucked up. Yeah, or if you think Ben's too gay, or too straight, whichever way you feel.
That's
or
right.
If you want Ben to maybe be non-binary, you just want Ben to not know who he is. Just let us know, because Ben will do it. Ben will do it.
Yeah, we'll do it for likes.
He's our marketing campaign master. But yeah, please let us know if there's anything you want to hear about, and or if there's any topics we may divulge into. We would love to do it. So we hope everyone has a good night, and keep it real. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires, and fuck Trump. Night.
Fuck.